Hey, this is Matt once again. What about to the video? This is another paid request, this time from Chad. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting, or sending a paid request for pretty much any type of video, feel free to send it. Either directly to my PayPal, or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box under pretty much each of these videos. The links are there. This is A Stranger is Watching from 1982. Now, I had heard of this film. Just a lot of times I look through horror films of the 80s. Sometimes I try to make my own movie trailer compilation. Then I just get lazy or ADD goes over here and then I stop it. But this isn't really a horror film. It's labeled a horror film, I think only because Cunningham directed it, but this is more of a thriller. And it feels like a made-for-TV thriller. I don't think it was made for TV, but it feels that way. A Stranger's Watching was the film Sean Cunningham did after Friday the 13th. And because that film was such a huge hit, he had carte blanche to do whatever he wanted. So he had a movie like this. You got Kate Mulgrew, very young Kate Mulgrew. She would later be Captain Janeway on Star Trek Voyager. I remember her from Remo Williams' The Adventure Begins. She plays this TV reporter who becomes a stepmom to this kid because she is in love with this guy, going to be the stepmom to this kid. The kid, the little girl did alright. When she was 8 years old, she saw her actual mom die and killed. She blamed it on someone. It's been 3 years. The person blamed in a few days going to go to the chair. But the real person that did it is still out there. And for some reason, he decides to kidnap this girl. I don't know why he chooses this girl. I don't know why when he got away with the crime and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But he just decides, okay, I'm going to kidnap this girl. I guess for some money. Rip Torn plays the psycho. Now, Rip Torn, may he rest in peace. He was in Men in Black films as the boss, Zed. I believe his character's name was Zed in that. He was in The Beastmaster as the villain. I remember him in Summer Rental with him and John Candy. That still needs a Blu-ray. Summer Rental, come on. Let's get Summer Rental a Blu-ray. The music is done by Lalo Schifrin, who worked on some of the Dirty Harry films. He's done a lot of other stuff. Long story short, Rip Torn kidnaps Kate Mulgrew and the little girl, takes him to Grand Central Station. It takes him to the underground tunnels, which is some nice location. It has a great dirty, grimy feel to it. Like they really did shoot under those dirty-ass tunnels. It's a great background for a thriller. But sadly, this was rather dull. And I don't know if this would be a rant, because Kate Mulgrew was fine. I really don't think she really gets much to do. The little girl was not annoying. I've seen much worse. The dad, and the other subplot with the dad, talking with the cops, kind of a boring subplot. Rip Torn does a decent enough job. He's a good, capable actor. But there's not a lot of development of the characters. Like you would think, okay, maybe you have development of Kate Mulgrew, who's trying hard to be this new stepmom, and it's new for her. And also this girl, that maybe because of what happened to her mom, she's a little bit out of it, but she's trying her best to get along with her stepmom. No. They don't meet each other until they're captured. Like, they've known each other, we know by the dad saying it. But Kate Mulgrew and the girl don't actually interact until really after they're captured. Because she comes in, boom, they're both taken. And then afterward, I'm like, there's no development. There's no build-up. There's no getting to know who these characters are before they're in danger. The most is the girl saw that her mom died and stuff. And it seems like 3 years later, she's not really affected by it. You think maybe a few bits of psychology, but no. And you think Sean S. Cunningham, you think you're going to get gore? No, it's not that kind of movie. You get one little bit, well, one guy he hits with a flashlight. One, he throws a knife and it goes into someone. There's a little bit at the very end. You know what, now that I think about it, the best way to put it, you want to see this film done better? Go watch Night of the Juggler. It's about a person whose kid is kidnapped by this crazy psycho who wants money, and it does a better job exploring the whole city of New York, including the dirty remnants and tunnels. And it fucking sucks that because of certain rights and assholes that hold them, we have a Blu-ray of this film by Stream Factory, but not a Blu-ray or even a fucking DVD of Night of the Juggler, and that pisses me off. Now, it's not this movie's fault. It's not like the movie said, nope, you gotta pick this. If you do, you can't have that movie. No, it's... I think Night of the Juggler, for those who don't know, I reviewed that film. It's a great gem of a movie. There's a trailer for it, kinda, on YouTube. It does not sell the movie well, though. It doesn't do a good job selling it. It's a very lousy trailer. I don't even know. I guess it's a trailer for it. I guess. But it doesn't do a good job selling it. It's much better than what it seems. Very underrated gem of a movie. And something about there's been people wanting it, but some guy owns it and wants too much goddamn money. So yeah, make nothing and keep it when you can fucking sell and make something. Fucking bullshit. Fucking idiots. Now, maybe there's something else to it, but that's what I heard. So yeah, go see Night of the Juggler. You can probably find it because it's never been on fucking DVD, so it'd be a VHS quality. And at the end is a bit too dark because of that, but goddamn, that deserves a Blu-ray, not this fucking movie. It's a lame fucking film. I mean, maybe it's a rant. Sometimes it starts off that way. Is it a rant? And then the more I think about it, I'm like, this is a lame fucking film. You know, Kate Mulgrew, who has a hell of a fur coat early on, this is back in the day when people wore fur coats, at least in movies. Now, PETA would skin them alive. It tries to build suspense, but doesn't do a good job because Sean S. Cunningham is not that good of a director. Yes, I said it. I'm going to say it again. Sean S. Cunningham is an overrated director. Friday the 13th was successful because of the gore, not because of Sean S. Cunningham's direction. The direction is, you see Halloween? Or even Black Christmas? Take that. POV shots. He's not a good director. Deep Star 6 I can enjoy as because monster movies from the 80s I have a soft spot for. I do. It's like Die Hard wannabes, Predator ripoffs, and monster movies from the 80s and 90s. I have a soft spot. And I can excuse a lot of bullshit. There's a couple others. One Man Army, like Rambo type movies. Those are my soft spot movies. I can excuse a lot because they give me the fundamentals of what I enjoy at a personal preference level. So Deep Star 6, I like, but this movie kissed the shit out of Deep Star 6. But yeah, I can enjoy Deep Star 6 for what it is. But it's not high praise I give it. It's like, I can enjoy as a time. I can enjoy parts of it. I can. I'm not going to lie. But Sean S. Cunningham's not that good of a director. And this, he tries to build suspense and he doesn't do a good job at it. When Friday the 13th was coming around, he wanted to make family movies, soccer pictures. He's no Wes Craven. And maybe if you had a Wes Craven directing this, it would be better. Because it tries to build suspense and it fails. Like this cat slowly strolling in, and then the little girl's getting milk, and then she's talking to her dad. And for some fucking reason, Rip Torn doesn't want to wait till the fucking phone hangs up. Why? Instead, he takes the girl. When the girl put the phone down, but she didn't hang it up, and Rip Torn's listened to the whole thing, he could watch. Why does he wait till the girl hangs up the phone? No, he takes her when the phone's still on, so the dad hears everything. So now, because he wanted to. And then carries the girl, Kate Mulgrew he's got in the van, puts the girl in this fucking sack and carries her throughout the entire fucking Grand Central Station. And for some reason the girl is not moving around and wiggling around. I mean, it's a public place with like 100 people there. Now, I don't know if he drugged her. I didn't think he drugged her. I guess she's like Little Miss Muffet. She sat on her tuffet while he carried her ass throughout the entire fucking Grand Central Station. I'm like, come on, dude. At least have like some kind of gate that you break and you go through a back door. Not going through the entire fucking Grand Central Station. Come on. Or you have this stupid random scene where Rip Torn goes off because he has the two, locks them up. There's not a lot of character development other than the girl realizes she saw the wrong person. She identified the wrong person 3 years ago. Kate Mulgrew doesn't really have much to do other than look scared, and Rip Torn try to feel her up or grab her ass. Like, give Kate Mulgrew more to do, more of a character, use any insight as a TV reporter, that maybe psychoanalyze the guy. No, there's none of that. Oh yeah, this random thing where Rip Torn goes out, and there's a homeless guy, I think it's William Hickey, the guy in the very, very beginning of the first Puppet Master. He's a guy in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation who accidentally, like, burned up the tree. He's got the cigar. He's a homeless guy saying, I was a war vet, and I bet you got no pecker. Let's see your pecker. Why the fuck does this random homeless guy want to see Rip Torn's pecker? I guess so Rip Torn can hit him with a flashlight, and then it fades to black. That's why I'm like, is this a TV movie? It fades to black like it's going to a commercial. So there's no development of Kate Mulgrew and the girl together beforehand, get a sense of the relationship, or maybe an arc where this gets him more in touch with a mother-daughter, simpatico. No. There's nothing. Rip Torn makes this thing as if it's a bomb, so they stay in there. More bland dad and the cops getting the demands. A reporter comes in. What are you guys doing? You want to talk to my daughter for your report because the guy's going to be executed. By the way, that guy being executed, I don't know if they ever fucking stopped it. If they did, it was a throwaway line because I don't remember anything else. It's like they bring up this whole thing about an innocent guy being executed, and then I don't know if the movie ever brought it back up in the third act. Because it comes to a point where the little girl is being driven by Rip Torn. She smacks him. She escapes. She gets to her dad. Then it cuts away to Kate Mulgrew. I don't know if the girl tells the dad, hey, that guy, he's innocent. Or you would think maybe they go, well, wait a minute. This girl got kidnapped. Is he working with the guy in prison and thinking, you know what, if you execute that guy, I'll kill your daughter. But no, the guy says that he wants money. But they don't think that maybe there's some other kind of connection? I don't know. It's like they bring up the whole thing where the guy is being executed. They never go back to it. That I can remember. If they did, I apologize. It must have been some fucking throwaway line. Because they make this such a big deal early, and then it's like in the background later. And you have this random bit where Rip Torn gets beat up by a couple people in the bathroom. I don't know why. Well, I guess I know why. It's because then it leads to spoilers. Oh, sorry, I'm spoiling everything. Rip Torn gets bandaged by Kate Mulgrew. One of the few things she gets to do to kind of outsmart the bad guy, because now Rip Torn's just doing a lot more dumb things, where he allows her to put band-aids on him. She knees him in the balls, and then they try to escape, but they get caught. Because they find some other guy, and then Rip Torn stabs him and gets both of them back. And there's this one guy that knows Rip Torn, and he's like, no, you can't kill this girl, that wasn't part of the deal. And then Rip Torn, you know what's coming. This one time it was suspense, and you know what's coming. And Sean S. Cunningham takes too fucking long for this scene, where the guy keeps repeating, I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not going to let you do it. And then Rip Torn has the fridge door. Hey, you want something? Yeah, I'll get you something. Yeah, I bet you want something. I'm like, you know what's going to happen. And lo and behold, throws a knife. I'm like, Sean S. Cunningham, you fucking suck. You're no John Carpenter. You're no Wes Craven. You're no David Cronenberg. You're no Stuart Gordon. You're no Larry Cohen. Those are guys that are worth being in that group. You're no Tobe Hooper. Because yes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I think he did something on Poltergeist. Spielberg might have done something, but I don't think Tobe Hooper did nothing. Life Force even, and Chainsaw Massacre 2, even The Mangler, which I like, I find much more merit than most of the shit Sean S. Cunningham did. One leads to another. Rip Torn stabs Kate Mulgrew. The little girl escapes. Well, no. Yeah, stabs Kate Mulgrew, gets the girl in the van. The girl hits him. Girl escapes, gets to her dad. Kate Mulgrew is still alive. There's this homeless lady that helps her. They fight Rip Torn. Rip Torn does like a body slam on the homeless girl onto this pallet. I don't even know if she's dead or alive, because we never see her again. And it's not even like a big foot chase. It's not like a big fight. It's not a big battle. You know, in a lot of other movies, there's like a chase for suspense or action or thrills. Even looked at like Terror Train and like stuff Jamie Lee Curtis did. You know, of course, Halloween 2. There's none of that. She grabs a pipe, smacks him in the head, hits in his throat, and it's pretty much one of those things, you know, back in the day when someone had the arrow and they have this, so you put it on and it looks like it went through you. It's one of those things, but just it's in his throat. He's covering most of it, so it's not like you've seen blood or anything. It's like, ugh. Then finally the daughter and the husband get there. Kate Mulgrew looks up, freeze frame, or freeze push in, end of movie. It's just a lame, forgettable, dull thriller. Like I said, this is a rant. Fuck it. Because I don't like the movie. I would never see the film again. I think there's much better movies that deserve Blu-rays, but of course that deals with rights issues. Just how it is. You have to deal with it. And again, if you want to see this done better, go watch Night of the Juggler with James Brolin. Almost said Josh Brolin, but his dad, James Brolin, from Amityville Horror, the original. Because Night of the Juggler kissed the shit out of this movie. Sorry, Sean S. Cunningham, it just... Again, at best, he makes okay movies. Like, the first Friday the 13th I liked, but it's not even my favorite of the franchise. It's not in my top 5. I like the second one more. I like the fourth one more. The third one, maybe. I like the 6th one more. I like the 7th one more. Especially because I have the uncut version. Because there's like a war print, VHS looking thing, but I still liked it. The New Blood. I got it right over there. And it's VHS quality, but it's the doors put back in. So I can watch it that way. Because I don't need... I'm fine with non-HDD. I would like to see it, but hey, if it doesn't happen, okay. But anyway. Sorry, going off tangent. Is this just a rant on Sean S. Cunningham? I guess it is. Cause he gets put in that group, but I don't think he fucking deserves it. I don't. I don't think he deserves it. I really don't. He's not Larry Cohen. He's not Toby Hooper. He's not David Cronenberg. He's not Wes Craven. He's not George Romero. Those guys belong there. Not Sean Cunningham. Sorry, that's just me. He's a guy who is a milquetoast movie of the week type of director. If it wasn't for Friday the 13th, he would have just directed TV. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. My fucking opinion. You don't have to agree. So yeah, fuck Sean S. Cunningham. Just overrated fucking director. Also fuck him for being an asshole to people like the... You may not like Jason Goes to Hell, but I think he treated that director like shit. And threw him under the bus. And I like Jason Goes to Hell quite a bit, I know. But from all the stories I heard, I think he treated that guy like shit. And I think Sean S. Cunningham has treated other people like shit. And he likes to hide in this nice demeanor, and I think there's more bullshit behind his bullshit eyes. So yeah, fuck the strangers watching. They're not watching because barely anyone saw the fucking movie, so no one watched. Not even the strangers. So we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.